Hey everyone, welcome to Pilates. This is going to be the release for October. Hope everyone's doing well. All we need today is that gorgeous ball and band and your small hand weights. So come on down, we're gonna roll on down to the mat to start with. Just doing that big long body stretch to start, full body, stretching those legs, stretching those arms, some deep inhales and exhale. Inhale it in and exhale any tension or stretch you might be holding on to. Inhale and exhale, bring those hands down to your side and inhale and exhale, just walking those feet in towards your glutes. And we're just gonna start just coming up on those toes and then down on the heels. So just rolling those feet to start with, up and down, just starting to warm up a little bit through those feet, through those legs. Inhale and exhale. Just starting off a little gentle this morning. We're just going to place those feet back down onto the mat. We're just going to place those hands on your abs here. If you want to make that little triangle shape, you can. And we're just going to inhale, bringing those pubic bones down towards the mat, and then exhale, bringing them up. So we were just doing a little tilt here, pelvic tilt, inhaling and exhaling. If you want, you can always bring those hands underneath that lower back and you can feel that lower back imprinting on to that surface below you, or just leaving them up here, just gently warming up. And one more, inhale and exhale. Nice. We're just going to bring those arms up now, up behind the back of your head, and bringing those feet up in that tabletop position, and we're just going to start tapping those toes side to side, right to left. If you want to, you can lift that head off the mat, inhaling and exhaling, starting to warm up a little bit more through that ab, those core muscles. And one more on each side, and then placing those feet back down. We're just gonna roll, bringing those feet up towards the sky, up towards the ceiling, and then just point and flex. You can always add those hands as well. Just stretching them, stretching out those wrists, ankles, circling them around in one direction, and then the other direction. And then just gently bringing those knees towards the chest. Maybe doing a little gentle sway side to side. Or if you're going to work into a circle with those knees and around one direction. And just switching other directions if you're doing those circles. Or just swaying side to side. Just releasing through that lower back, giving it a little lower back massage. And one more round. And now we're just gonna either roll to your side and come on up, or just rock and roll it up to that seated position. We're gonna grab your band to start with. Band is always an option. You can always do all these without that band as well. So these little bands are just a nice little tool to use, just to give you a little extra oomph when we're working through all these Pilates moves. And just rolling back down onto your mat. And we're just gonna start with walking those feet a little bit in towards those glutes again, hands at our side, pressing down on the mat to begin with. And we're just gonna slowly come on up into that bridge pose, and then just slowly peel yourself back down. Slowly coming on up. and slowly coming back down. We're gonna go one more slow up and bringing it slowly down. Nice job. Now we're just gonna speed it up a little bit. Up and down, up and down. Squeezing those glutes, feeling that core start to kick in and your glutes on the back side, in the back of your legs, that lower back. 3 and 2, nice job. And 1, just holding it up here now. Holding, holding, holding. And then just little pulses up and down. Just bring it down an inch and up an inch. Down an inch, up an inch. Just nice, slow, little smaller movement here. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice job. Just rolling those glutes back down onto the mat. Okay, we're just going to bring that right hand down to this, or your left hand down to the side, holding it there, and bringing that right hand up. And we're just going to reach over, the crossing over towards that left, outside of that left knee. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice job. Exhaling as you come across. Working on that stretching motion over to that side. Hitting those obliques on the side. And we're going to go one more here, and we're just going to hold it up and little pulse, pulse towards that side. Extending. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice job bringing that right arm down to the side. Left arm's coming up now, and we're just going to reach across towards the outside of that right knee. Inhaling and exhaling. So that shoulder's coming off the mat as you stretch across. And you got a little tension on that band. We're going to go 3 and 2 and 1. Holding it up here now, and pulse, pulse. Just pulse across. Nice job. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice work. Bringing those hands back down onto the mat. Now we're just going to place those hands behind your head. We're going to bring those feet up. All right. And so we're just going to start coming up and down to start with. We're going to start crossing over that right to the left and left to the right. The elbows going towards that knee. You want to keep it right here. You can always tap those toes down as well. If you want to, you can just start extending that leg out or tapping those toes down as you reach across. Don't have to touch that elbow to knee. Just stretching over to the opposite side. Nice job. Doing those bicycles. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice work. Bringing those feet back down. Taking a little breath here. We're just going to bring those feet back up. And we're going to come up and connect those heels. Knees out, knees in, and bringing those toes and bringing that head down. So lift up, extend knees out and in, and bringing those toes and head down. Lift up, knees out, knees in, and tap down. Lift up, knees out, knees in, and tap down. Couple more here. Up, out, in, and tap. Up, and out, and in, and tap. And one more here. Up, knees out, and in, and tap down. Nice work, nice work. All right, now we're just going to extend those feet way up toward the ceiling again. And we're just going to do the little a pulse, pulse, and center with those legs out extended wide. You can always bend those knees too and do this as well. So we're just going to pulse, pulse, and center. Pulse, pulse, and center. So you can always have that head down if you want. You can always have those arms down if you want. So lots of options here. So pulse, pulse, and center. Pulse, pulse, center. Keeping a little tension on that band. Pulse, pulse, center. Nice work. Pulse, pulse, and center. Couple more here. Pulse, pulse, center. And one more on each side. Use that breath always when you're working through these Pilates moves. All right, now we're just gonna bend those knees in. And we're gonna just roll that band down to the bottom of your feet. Now, getting my band situated here. All right, so we're just gonna keep those hands either bring behind your head, head up or down on the mat, whichever you prefer. Just putting a little tension on that band, got a little tension going, and we're just gonna push forward with that right foot, push forward with that left foot, keeping those knees in that tabletop position. So that opposite leg is just slowly pushing forward, head up or down. Just working through that, just like you're pushing your feet real nice and slow, like almost like they're stuck in some mud. And you're trying to get them out. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice job. Push. 3 on each side. And 2. And 1 more. Both sides. Wonderful job. And then just bringing them in. All right, we're gonna take that band and roll it right back in above the knees again. All right, roll it in. And we're just gonna tap those feet down and we're just gonna roll onto your side now, whichever side you wanna start with. Okay, now if you want to, I'm gonna give you an option for a hand weight for this as well. So if you want to use a hand weight for this, you can as well. So we're just gonna bring that head all the way down or up on that elbow, whichever feels best. And we're just going to connect those heels and lift up in that clamshell and down in that clamshell. So lift up and down, up and down. We're not gonna use that hand weight yet, but it'll be coming up soon as an option if you want. So that front hand is just keeping yourself balanced here. Up and down, and 1 more here. Now we're gonna hold it up, and then just little pulse, pulse up, pulse, pulse up. Nice job. 3 and 2 and 1, and bringing those feet back down. Now we're just gonna bring that top leg, hover it across on top of that other. Now we're just gonna pulse back and bring it in. So back and in, back and in. Just a little inch or so back and in, back and in. 1 more, back and in. Nice job holding it center. Now we're just gonna lift up and down. Keeping that tension on that band, up and down. Nice work. 3. Now we're gonna combine those 2 movements in just 1 second here, and up and down. Now we're gonna go back and center and up and down. Back and center and up and down. Nice job. Back, center, up and down. Back and center and up and down. Nice job. We're gonna bring those legs all the way down now, and we're just gonna slowly coming up onto that side. So you can stay right down here for these if you like, or you can bring yourself, that hand weight close by if you want, just bring yourself up. That hip is off the mat. Now if you want to add that hand weight, you can. All right, just had to adjust, had a little twinge in my arm there. All right, so we can have that arm up. You can have it at your hip, but we're gonna extend that top leg out long, and we're just gonna lift and lower. Lift and lower. If you want to, you can lift that arm and lower it with, or just hold it at the hip. You can hold it up above. All right. So whatever feels best for you this morning. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice job. Now we're just going to go back an inch and forward an inch. Back an inch and forward an inch. Back and forward. Back and forward. Feeling it in that top glute. Back and forward. And one more. Holding it back and forward. Nice job. We're going to hold it right here now. We're just going to bring it down and up. Bring the hip down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Nice job. Down and up. And one more. Down and up. Beautiful. Just going to bring it all the way down. Bring that hand weight to the side if you have it. And then just kind of do that little mermaidy stretch here in between. Just bringing that spinal wave into fact here, or you can stretch up and over. Just a little movement in between, just to stretch it out for a breath or two. So whatever you need to do, or just twisting side to side. Beautiful. We're just going to spin those legs around to that other side. Keep that hand weight handy there for you. All right, so we're just going to come all the way down or up on that elbow. Bend those knees, connect those heels, and we're just lifting up and down in that little clamshell. Working on that other side. Nice work. Keep her going. The other side is always kicks in a lot faster than the first. You got this, you got this. 3 and 2 and 1. Beautiful job. Now we're just going to lift that top leg, hover it above here, and we're just going to bring that leg back and bring it forward to meet that bottom leg. Back and forward, just a little movement back and forward, keeping that tension on that head, that band if you have it, if you're using it. Nice job. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice job holding it center here, and just lift up and down and up and down, up and down. Really feeling that glutes start to burn on that top leg. 3 and 2. Now we're going to combine those 2 and 1. Bring it down. We're going to go back and center and up and center. Back and center and up and center. Beautiful. Back and center and up and center. Nice work. Back and center and up and center. One more. Back and center and up and center. Nice job. Bringing that knee down. All right, now we're going to come up onto that forearm here and extending that front leg or that top leg out. That bottom leg is bent in, so you can keep it right down here and lift up and down, or you can come up on to that little side plank. Alrighty, so that arm can be down at your hip. You can hold it up above, whatever you need to do, and we're just going to lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. That leg's out long, holding that nice form. Keep it going. You can always add that arm if you want. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice job. Holding it right here now. We're going to hold it here. And we're just going to go down and up. Lift that hip up and down. You can leave that hand weight on your hip. You can hold it up above. Nice job. Beautiful work. Getting her done today. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice job rolling it all the way down and bringing those knees towards the front again, kind of staggering them a little bit, and then just coming over that top or that front knee, that front leg, doing a little spinal wave, or we can do a little twist side to side, or reach up and over. Just a little stretch in between sides before we go on to our next. Beautiful job. And we're just gonna roll those legs forward here. We're just gonna take that band off now. Alrighty. And we're gonna take, we're gonna take our ball to start with. All right, we're just gonna take that ball and we're gonna put it down below that right foot to start with. I'm just gonna come at a little angle here so you guys can see a little bit better. All right, so we're just coming down at that angle here, and we're gonna have our hands behind our head and just bringing that knee in, that left knee in. We're just gonna lift off into a little crunch here, all right? So we're just gonna bring that leg up and down to start with. You can always, if you don't have that ball, you can just have your leg lying out long. If you need to bend that knee in a little bit, feel free to bend your knee, either knee. Just lots of options here, whatever feels best for you. Inhale and exhale. And one more, holding it up here and bringing it down. Now we're just gonna roll that leg in and out and lift that opposite leg. So we're rolling on that ball, or you're bringing that foot in and out. Maybe you're on a carpeted surface or a flat surface, or on your mat. Just rolling in and out. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice job. We're going to bring that head down, bring that knee down, and we're just going to bring those knees center here. Just do a little sway side to side in between. Nice work. And we're going to switch that ball to the other side now. So that left foot, or whatever foot you didn't do before, whichever leg. All right, we're going to extend that right leg up now, and we're just going to lift and lower. If you need to bend that knee, or bend both knees, just lift and lower. Long. If you want to start doing that little crunch as you're lifting that leg, or just holding it down. Lots of options here. 3 and 2 and 1. Holding that leg up now. And when we bring it down, we're going to roll that ball in. So bringing it down, bending that knee and up. Down and up. If you want to start moving forward and back with the upper body, you can, or just holding it steady, or the head is down. Lots of options. You're going to do this with the bent knee as well. Really feeling it in that core and those abs. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice job. Just bringing that ball, if you have it, you want to grab it with your feet and bring it up to your hands, or just grab for it. We're just going to come into that full body roll up here, peeling yourself off the ground so knees can be bent, or those legs can be a little more straight. Arms can be overhead or right above the head. You choose. We're just going to inhale and exhale. Just slowly roll it on up and stretch it forward. I'm just going to maybe do a little sway side to side if you need to. And we're just going to slowly roll it back down. Holding it here in that full body stretch wherever you need to. And we're going to inhale and exhale. Bend those knees if you need to. And then just slowly roll it up. And then reaching forward. All right, we're going to take the ball. Actually, you're going to take that ball off to the side. Now, if you want to, you can use that ball behind you. But you do not have to, just an option. All right, and you can add hand weights for this as well. I'm going to use the hand weights. You do not have to if you don't want to. Just the weight of your arms is plenty enough. So we're going to take that right leg, cross it over the left, and we're just gonna put a little C curve into your back, so you're sitting up nice and tall. Bring your arms like you're wrapping around a beach ball, and then just slowly sink into it a little bit. You can always put that ball behind there as well. And we're gonna slowly rotate over to that left side. All right, so we're just gonna bring those arms out and in. Palms out, palms in. So just in and out. We're just at a little bit of an angle here. Inhaling and exhaling. So the hand weights are an option. 3 and 2 and 1. Now we're just gonna have those palms facing down, and we're just gonna bring those elbows towards one another and out. In and out. You can always bend those knees if you would like to, or straighten them out long. Whatever feels best. 3 and 2 and 1. Beautiful job. Rotate forward again. Bring those hand weights down if you want to. And then shake those legs out in between a little bit. And we're gonna bring that left leg, cross it over that right. And you can always use that ball behind your back as well. And we're just gonna bring those arms around like you're squeezing that beach ball in nice and tight, bringing those arms in, rotate over. So we're just bringing them out and in, out and in, those arms out and in, out and in, out and in. Nice job. Out and in. A couple more. Out and in. And one more. Out and in. We're going to bring them out. Now those palms are facing down. And we're just bringing those elbows towards one another and away from one another. In and out. Nice job. Just at that little angle here. You can always bend those knees if you need to. That feels better. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice job. Rotate to the center and then bring those hand weights back down. Beautiful job, beautiful job. All right, we're just gonna bring those legs around into a tabletop position now. Okay, so we're gonna have a few options for this as well. So if you want to use your ball, you can, or a hand weight. For these, I'm going to use my ball today. So we're just going to take that ball and squeeze it behind that left knee, giving it a nice little hug. And then those hands are just coming out to the side. Make sure they're wide enough. And just shaking it out here a little bit, that tabletop position. And we're just going to gauge and squeeze into that ball. And then just lift that leg up and bring it down center. Lift it up and bring it down. You can always come down onto those forearms for this as well, or come up onto those hands, lifting and lowering. Nice job. Looking down at that mat, keeping that neck neutral. 3 and 2 and 1. Now we're going to hold it up at the top here, and then just little pulse at the top. Pulsing pulse. Nice work. 3 and 2 and 1. We're going to hold it here now, and now we're going to pulse in on that ball. Pulse, 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 pulse. If you have it, or you're just pulsing that foot towards the glute. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice. We're going to bring it down center here. I got to readjust my ball. It's coming loose a little bit. All right, and we're going to rotate over to that side and center. Side and center. Nice work. Side and center. Keep it going. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice work. Now we're just going to bring it up and center and side and center. Nice work. Up and center and side and center. Keep her going. Up and center and side and center. One more here. Up and center and side and center. Nice job bringing that knee in. We're gonna take that ball out, come over to that other side. First, we're just gonna shake it out a little bit in between. You're gonna come down onto those forearms or rest your head on that gorgeous ball or stretch it out into that child's pose. Whatever you need to do in between here, just take a little breath. Maybe shake those hips in between. And one more breath, and we're gonna come up into that other side now. I'm just gonna switch over to the other side so you can see me better. And we're gonna take that ball behind that other knee, whichever one you didn't do yet, shaking it out just a little bit, squeezing that ball, engaging those hands onto the surface beneath you. And we're just gonna lift and lower that other knee up and down. Squeezing that ball gently. Trying not to go into that left hip too much. Try to keep those hips facing forward. 3 and 2 and 1. Holding it here, and then this little pulse is up at the center here. Nice work. 3 and 2 and 1, holding it up here now, and we're just gonna pulse into that ball. Little pulse into that ball if you're using that ball. Or just a little pulse, that heel towards your glute. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice job bringing that knee in. And now we're gonna go out to that side and center. Side and center. Remember, you can always come down onto those forearms for these. 3 and 2 and 1. Now we're going to combine those two moves. So side up and center and side and center. Knee up and center and side and center. Nice job. Up and center and side and center. Up and center, side and center. One more here, up and center and side and center. Nice job. Bringing it all the way down. Taking that ball out if you're using it. Doing a little shake out in between. Or child's pose, whatever you need. Just for a mini break in between. Beautiful job. All right, we're gonna take that gorgeous ball off to the side now. Okay, we're gonna take it down, all the way down to the mat now. Alrighty, move my stuff out of the way here. So we're coming up onto our knees, and we're just gonna stretch those hands out in front and bringing those glutes towards your heels, and then just spinal wave it up into that push up on the knees. We're gonna do a couple more of these, rolling it back, and then rolling that spine up into that push up on the knees. One more time, we're gonna bring those glutes back towards the heels, and then just slowly spinal waving it forward into that push up position. And of course, we gotta go into those push ups then, right? Okay, we're gonna inhale, exhale, down for 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale, down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale, up. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm shaking here. Inhale, exhale, down. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Exhale, up. Inhale, exhale, down. And we're gonna hold it down at the bottom here, holding it down. All right, we're just gonna extend those arms into that little cobra wave here. So finger pads or hands out to the side. Up on the finger pads or just a flat hand, flat palm facing down. Just spinal wave it up and down. And one more, inhale and exhale. Nice job. Now we're just gonna bring our hands down onto the mat, and we're gonna rest our forehead on our hands to start with. And we're just gonna connect those heels here. And it's just a really small movement here. So we're gonna lift up and down. So just lifting those heels up and down. So you're gonna feel that squeeze in those glutes in the back of those legs. As you squeeze, you're pressing those heels together. It's just a really tiny movement, but you can really feel it. If this doesn't feel very good on that lower back, then you can just do some little stretches side to side or swaying out those hips. So you can really feel it in that lower back here. But it's a good isolation movement. Really squeeze those glutes as you lift. Those knees are just barely coming off the mat. Just depends on everyone's body, how far you can get those knees off the mat. So mine are not coming very far at all. 3, 1 more here, and 2, I should have said 2 more. And 1, nice job, and bringing it all the way down. That's a good one just to isolate those glutes a lot. Okay, so we're just gonna do a few arm. Since we're down on the mat here, grab those hand weights if you have them. We're just gonna bring that head down to the mat or just slightly hover, extending those arms above the head, and we're just gonna lift and lower, bringing them up, extend it out, and then bring them down to 90. Just doing like a little press here. Inhale, exhale. And 1 more, inhale and exhale, nice job. Now we're just gonna bring those hands out to the side here and just hovering that forehead off the mat, and we're just gonna lift in that T position. Arms extended out. 3, nice job, 2, and last 1. Holding them out, hold them, hold them, hold them. Inhale and exhale, bringing them down. Nice job, just bending those elbows in. Take those hand weights out, bringing those knees in towards those glutes if you want, and then just do a little side to side sway, or just laying those legs out long and take a little breath in between here. Beautiful job, beautiful job. All right, we're gonna walk those hands in towards those shoulders. Inhale, exhale, up. And then just bringing those glutes back towards those heels, stretching it out long. And then just walking those hands in. And we're just gonna bring those knees up here. We're gonna tuck those toes to start with. And we're gonna inhale and exhale, coming into that down dog, walking out those legs in between. Stretching those calves, stretching those shins. Beautiful job. And now we're just gonna bend those elbows and knees, and we're gonna walk those feet in towards the hands. And we're just gonna come, grab that gorgeous ball if you got it handy there, and just come into that forward fold here, shaking it out side to side, hooking those elbows if you need to, or those hands down on the mat. We're gonna grab that gorgeous ball if you have that handy, and we're just gonna slowly rise it on up, extending that ball above your head, and we're just gonna come over to the side and center, and side and center, and now we're just gonna bring that ball in towards the center. We're gonna step that right leg, or that left leg back, extending those arms in, and then just bringing that knee towards, or that ball towards the knee. You can either tap those toes in between, or you can extend and balance and bring it in. Nice job. 3 and 2 and 1, and tapping it down now. Now we're just gonna bring that ball to your side, to the right side, and we're just gonna roll up and down on that ball, or just roll that, or push that arm up and down if you don't have that ball. Nice job. And 1 more, stretch it up and over, and then bringing it back center. We're gonna step that right leg back now. I'm gonna extend that arm out. I'm at a little angle here, and then just bring that knee in and out.
You can either tap those toes or you can find that balance. Remember, one side might be a little more balanced than the other. Usually happens. Woo. And nice job. Holding it out center. And then bring that ball in. Now we're just going to bring that ball to the opposite side now. And then just rolling up and stretching over. Beautiful job. And one more, stretching up and over. Just hanging on to that ball or stretching those arms up overhead. Inhale and exhale, bringing it down, center. Just doing a little forward fold here. Just swaying side to side. And we're just gonna slowly roll it on up. Roll those arms up and bringing them in. And we're gonna do a big inhale and exhale it out. You guys did amazing. Thank you so much for joining me for Pilates. And you guys, we'll see you next time. Have a good one.